Hi love, it's Riqochet Rose and welcome to another pick a card video. In this video, I actually found this timing for major arcana online and I thought to myself that this would actually be an interesting thing. Now I already have a yes and no or no video and I already have when will it happen video, but with this one I'm going to put a little spin on it. So for the first deck of cards, you're going to ask your question and then you're going to find out if it's yes or no. If you get yes, move on to the rest of the video. If you get no, well, there's no point of moving on because the next part of the video is going to tell you when it's going to happen. So if that sounds good to you, let's go ahead and get started. So what you have laid out before you is the yes or no cards, okay? Now there's various answers within this. I have a couple cards that don't say quite yes or no, but you know, they represent positive or negative or whatnot. But what I would like for you to do is to get into a comfortable position wherever you are. And I want you to just take a couple deep breaths and ask yourself the question of your situation. Is this going to happen? Is this that I am wondering, guides, angels, is this going to happen? Look at these cards. Whatever card you feel the most pull toward, whatever card you feel more drawn toward, that is the card you should choose. Try your hardest not to look at these cards and say, well, I'm going to pick that one just because. Try to connect with these cards. Even if you have to pause the video to focus, go ahead and do so. So if you chose card number 1, you chose yes. If you chose card number 2, you chose let go. And that's going to represent no for you. So unfortunately, I'm sorry, it probably won't happen. And there's no point in going to the next part because it can't tell you when something that's not going to happen is going to happen. If you chose card number 3, you chose if you believe. Now, I'm going to say if you believe it's going to happen within your heart of hearts, then yes. If you believe it is not going to happen within your heart of hearts, then no. If you chose card number 4, you chose unlikely. So unfortunately or fortunately, it is not going to happen. If you chose card number 5, you chose choose a new direction. So it is likely that this is not going to happen. So you may as well not proceed. If you chose card number 6, you chose no. So it's not going to happen and you may as well not proceed in the video. If you chose card number 7, you chose no need to worry. This card will represent a positive yes for you. You don't need to worry about it. Go ahead and proceed on to see when that is going to happen. If you chose card number 8, you chose success. Yes, it is going to happen and proceed on to find out when. If you chose card number 9, you chose yes, it is going to happen. So go ahead and proceed on and see when that is going to happen. If you chose card number 10, it is an absolute no. So there's no need to proceed because it is no, in fact. So I really hope the answer you wanted was, in fact, yes. If not, I hope that you can find a way to change the situation from occurring if that's something that you weren't hoping for. But as for when it's going to happen, let's go ahead and get that started. What I want you to do is the same thing you did previously. Focus on each card and ask yourself and ask your spirit guides, which card is the one for me in terms of timing when this is going to happen? And they will help you feel guided toward the card that has the appropriate answer. So I want you to look at these cards and whatever card you feel more drawn to is the card you should choose. Even if you have to pause the video to focus, go ahead and do so. Okay, so I just must tell you first that I cannot tell you what year this is going to happen, but these are the dates. So these dates can be the ones coming up sooner or later. It could be next year, it could be the year after. I'm not sure. But if you chose card number 1, you chose the star. And the star represents January 20th to February 18th. If you chose card number 2, you chose the Devil, and the Devil represents the dates between December 21st to January 19th. If you chose card number 3, the answer is when you least expect it. I know that's not much of an answer, but that's tarot for you. If you chose card number 4, you chose the Hierophant, and the dates the Hierophant represents is April 21st to May 20th. If you chose card number 5, you chose Strength, and Strength represents the dates July 21st to August 21st. If you chose card number 6, you chose the Emperor, and the Emperor represents the dates March 21st to April 20th. If you chose card number 7 represents Judgment, and Judgment, as far as timing goes, says no timing available, and 2 outcomes are as likely as each other. If you chose card number 8, you chose Death, and Death represents October 23rd to November 22nd. If you chose card number 9, you chose the timing is likely to depend on at least one other person. So in other words, that timing could depend on you, or that timing could depend on them. If you chose card number 10, you chose the Wheel of Fortune. And the Wheel of Fortune says no timing indicated, but a lucky sign. If you chose card number 11, you chose the Magician, and the Magician is no timing indicated, but the energy moves quickly. Now, the Magician usually represents a card of manifesting. So I'm going to say that just depends on how you or this other person is manifesting and how they see this situation going. Or I'm not even speaking in terms of relationships, because that might not even be your question, but the timing really depends on you manifesting, or maybe if there is another person involved in your question, if it's a business thing or whatnot, it may depend on how they see things as well. If you chose card number 12, you chose Temperance, and that is between the dates of November 23rd and December 20th. If you chose card number 13, you chose the Sun, and the Sun says this will either happen during the daytime, because it's the Sun card, or it will happen in the summertime. Now, because the Sun card represents Leo, I'm just going to go ahead and throw in some dates on here. Whenever Leo season starts and whenever it ends, this can be the time that this happens. If you chose card number 14, you chose the Chariot, and the Chariot represents the dates between June 21st and July 21st. It says on the paper I found online, July 20th, but I'm bumping that up to July 21st because the 21st of July is still Cancer. If you chose the Hermit, which is number 15, you chose the dates August 22nd to September 22nd. If you chose card number 16, you chose the High Priestess. The timing for this is hidden and in secret. So the universe does not want you to know the timing of this, because you could potentially affect its outcome. If you chose card number 17, you chose the Hangman, and there are delays, so there is no timing available. What could have happened is maybe somebody tried to force something and it just kind of fell apart. So now you have to kind of rebuild the situation and wait. If you chose card number 18, you chose Justice, and the dates for Justice is September 23rd to October 22nd. If you chose card number 19, you chose the World. And the World says it will happen in the winter time, and delays and trials are likely to occur. If you chose card number 20, you chose the Moon, and the dates that represent the Moon is February 19th to March 20th. If you chose card 21, you chose the Lovers, and those dates are between May 21st to June 20th. If you chose the last card, which is the Tower, number 22, the events will occur unexpectedly and unavoidably with force. Thank you so much for visiting my channel today. If you enjoyed this pick a card video, go ahead and check out my pick a card playlist. I do have plenty of pick a cards you can play with for the rest of the day if you like. And if you know anyone interested in videos like this, please go ahead and share it with them. I certainly would appreciate it. Well, I hope to see you again soon. Bye, love.